I just thought about an interesting concept. Knowledge of the future. Now, in order to know about the future, or knowing about the future would also impact your decisions in the present and past, therefore changing your future. So therefore, knowing the future, you can't really possibly know it because there's so many different outcomes. Because whenever you know the future, and also every single decision that you make changes your branch on a timeline. And whenever you don't make that decision, it creates a ripple. And so, whenever you do so, essentially think of this as the timeline, and then there's just a whole bunch of little stick-outs and ripples. That's all the different possible outcomes of the future. Now see, in the episode of Rick and Morty, where Morty was trying to be with Jessica and he had that whole Mind Stone thing, that actually was depicted pretty well. Because in that case, for example, whenever Morty hovered over the wrong number of the safe, that showed the future with Rick, which he didn't want, but whenever he hovered over the correct number that he had to press in order to open the safe, it showed a future with Jessica. And that is actually how knowledge of the future should work. You need to know your next decision in order to achieve the future that you're on. So essentially, in order to achieve the future that you are seeking, you have to do this specific set of decisions. But just knowing the future, it could have so many different outcomes. You could end up way up here, whenever your decision's like way down here, the desired outcome. Now, in Avengers, though, they also got the whole ripple and tree and stuff. They got that really, well thought out. That's actually a really good description of it. They also got that pretty accurate too. But therefore, and it also impacts others. So, for example, you could know the future that in 30 seconds you're about to slip and fall down the stairs. But it's on something particular on the stairs, for example. And so then you think, oh, I want to avoid that because I don't want to slip on it. But let's say whenever you do slip on it, you just save somebody from cancer, but then you knowing the future and then avoiding it, then somebody got cancer from it. But who knows? Maybe somebody got rich. Maybe you could win the lottery in a week just from avoiding that slip. Or you could take the slip and you could end up dying that day. Who knows? But Rick and Morty, that one episode, they got knowledge about the future really accurate. And in Avengers, they got the whole branch thing, the branch timeline, very well thought out. That is also very accurate. So, that's kind of my video about, just, knowing the future. Gotta depict it right.